Alright guys, I think it's about time you actually hear me speak. We're in Prague, if you haven't guessed already. It's actually my second day. Yesterday I landed at around 5 PM. Went back to the B&B, checked in, went and did a food shop and grabbed some eggs and butter and some chargers, European plug sockets, because I brought the UK to Europe plug adapters, but I didn't bring any UK plugs. The adapters were useless. So I got those, everything sorted, and then last night I went and did a walk around the old town and got a pint for £2, Pilsner. And yeah, kind of got an early night, woke up around 8 AM today, made some breakfast, showered, and then headed up to the castle, and that's where we are right now. I've been to Prague before, about 3 years ago when I went interrailing with my friend Will. I've been to the castle before, that's why I'm back. I remember very fond memories of it. Yesterday it was 16 degrees, today it is meant to be 14, but it feels pretty warm because the sun is out, even though it said it was going to be grey skies. But it's not completely clear, but it's blue enough for me. And wow. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see how my experiences in Japan and traveling other places have changed my perception. This stuff is unreal. Look at that. Beautiful. I remember when I came here, last time I came here 3 years ago, I must have got here around 7 AM. So maybe even 6:30 AM. I got here really, really early. I think I got here way too early. I had to go find somewhere to go to get breakfast for like an hour and then come back because I wanted to beat all the crowds. And I remember I was walking through this area and it was just me. Like, it was completely empty. I was walking around the whole castle and not a single person except from the guards were around, and I got to see that. I think it's called like the guard change. I think lots of castles do that. They do this kind of like, I think it was around, I don't remember exactly where it was. Maybe it was around by the front gate. I saw it in Budapest as well, but they do some sort of like formal procession type thing when the guards change over their shifts. It's really cool. You see them marching around and everything, doing everything in synchronization. The plan for today is Prague Castle, which I'm in right now. I don't know if we'll go inside anywhere or just walk around, since I've already been inside. However, I could go back inside again. My memory's not the best. I don't have it on video. I've got a few pictures somewhere, maybe. I remember, I think this place, I think this is like the, I forgot what it's called because of the V. Inside there was stunning. It felt like I was inside Bloodborne. That's what I always say about Prague. It feels like Bloodborne, that Gothic architecture. It literally feels like I'm about to do a boss fight when you're walking in. Just, yeah. European architecture is really, really nice sometimes. A lot of the time. A lot of the time. Not sometimes, a lot of the time. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Plenty of things to see today. So Prague Castle, then we could probably walk around the castle town area, and then basically a mirror of what I did when I interrailed. Go up towards Petrin Tower, which is a long old climb. I remember lots of steps, lots and lots of steps. And if you know me from my previous videos, you know how I feel about steps. And then, I don't know if we'll go up Petrin Tower, maybe we will, maybe we will. I've already done it before. But if the sky's clear enough at that time, should still be able to get a good view of the city. Last time I came was in the summer. It was like July time. Wow, pretty busy over here. Can I buy, yeah, you can buy tickets over here. Look at that queue. I'm gonna assess that queue and see if I actually really want to buy tickets or not. Yeah, Vishod, I think that's what this is called. Look at that. Look look at that. And then so we've got today and we've got tomorrow in Prague. So 2 days. After we do Petra in today, and we might walk around that park, I'm gonna walk over to Charles Bridge, because that's one of the most famous places. Just get it done out of the way. I think the weather's not meant to be that nice tomorrow, so we'll get all that kind of really scenic parts done today. And then in the evening, I'm heading off to a live music gig to see Mick Jenkins and Jid perform, which I'm really excited for. Especially Mick Jenkins, although he's like the pre-act. He should still have like a half an hour, 40-minute set. But Jid's cool as well. I'm not a big fan of Jid, but from everything I've heard, and I've heard quite a lot of his music, I like it. It's good stuff. So we'll be doing that tonight. I don't know if I'll bring you guys with me, so I don't know what the camera policy is. Sometimes they get really iffy about professional cameras. And then, yeah. If not, I'll take some videos on my phone and might inject them into the video. So I'll have a look at these tickets. I'm gonna assess whether this is worth it or not, and then we'll continue with the video. And I've got a few things to talk to you guys about, so we'll get right into that. All right, yeah, that queue is not moving, and I already was feeling like I don't really want to do it all again. So we're at the front. This is like on the front entrance of the castle. I think this is where I remember seeing the guard change. It was like here. It was around here somewhere, maybe? Something similar. But yeah, going towards the front gate now, exit. I don't really know which way is the front way in. The way that I went in the first time, I didn't go this time. I don't know how I got here last time, but I ended up walking some really roundabout way. So we're now in this area, which is cool looking. And there's a nice, I remember this, there's a really nice overlooking view that I'm walking towards right now. And you've got the guards there with their long old rifles. And then Petra Tower over there, which to get to Petra Tower, I've got to snake down all these streets, go all the way down and then back up, which will be fun. But man, the weather is nice. Like, I'm actually really enjoying the sun. I'm probably gonna put my coat into my bag and then just face it that way. But yeah, this area is beautiful. I'm glad the weather's good. I'm glad it's good. Tomorrow it'll be different, but hey, it'll still be nice. I think Prague in the... What is that? Whoa! I'm gonna bring you guys closer up to the... We're gonna walk right up to the edge and then I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. There's a Starbucks there. I might kind of fancy a coffee. But look at this. Nice overlooking view of the city. Petra Tower's right there. So that's where we're headed now. And I think on the way there is when I'll fill you guys in on everything. But yeah. Beautiful. I think that's the old town over there. Like over that way, I think that's the old town. Oh, might be wrong. I might be completely wrong. It might be over there. I got no idea. There's so many spires that I don't know. But no, you can't really see it. There's a massive building over there through the trees. Anyway, I think we're headed down this way. And I remember these streets being really cool down here, but it's one of those annoying ones where you've got to go down to go up. You go right on down and then up to the tower. But hey, we'll do it again. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the way. Okay. You guys know me. I don't really drink coffee. Except for when I'm on a trip or I'm away. Like last time I went away, I went to Manchester for a weekend to see my mate Teo. And bro, I was drinking coffees out the wazoo when I was there, mate. Just something about going away being somewhere new makes me want a coffee. But yeah, so we're walking down. As I remember, this kind of snakes, you kind of just go down here and down and down, and I think you go right up towards, if I remember, and then you get hit by the stairs, which probably won't be an issue for me at all now, based on all my previous stair experience, extensive stair experience in Japan. Little brother playing the violin. I kind of wish I did get cash out now. I don't have any cash on me, so that I could give some to this. Lots of musicians around, so you know, people play the guitar and accordion and stuff, and I always really like that stuff. But yeah, stairs shouldn't be an issue. I just remember it was so hot when I was here. Well, it wasn't that hot. It was like 20. It was in the mid-20s, and then doing all those stairs, I was struggling. I was like, whoa, sweating it up. But look at that. Really beautiful area we're going through right now. Yeah, I like it here. I've seen a lot of Japanese people here as well. Japanese and Asian, like Korean. And I mean a lot, like a hell of a lot. Which is cool. Yesterday, I was starving after I got off the plane, and then I had to travel into the city centre for like 45 minutes. I hadn't eaten in hours, and chocolate bit. I haven't eaten in hours, and I was just like, alright, I need to get some food, and I saw this place with something like baguettes and stuff. And I went in, and it's like, you know, typical, you use the screen to order. It was in English or Czech. And then I saw there was this Korean couple next to me. And mistakenly, I heard them speaking, and I heard some stuff that sounded quite Japanese. I'm not really familiar with the Korean language, but I heard them say like ga as like a particle, and I was like, are you speaking Japanese? My Japanese is really rusty, because I've not used it in like a year. I've not used my Japanese. And I spoke to them in Japanese, and they were like, oh no, Korean. And I was like, oh, Kangoku, Korean. And I helped them out with the ordering process, because like they were pointing at a picture of what they wanted, and I just couldn't find it on the menu because it was possible for them to navigate. But yeah, I ended up finding it for them. It was really wholesome, really wholesome. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to consult my maps, because I think it's down here to the right, but I could be wrong. It could be straight and then right, but hey, we'll see. So I was correct in thinking it's down here. It was the immediate right. It says right, left, right. I checked my maps. I don't like having my maps out the whole time. I like having a look at it, kind of memorizing where I need to go, and then just trusting it. So right, left, right. So I've taken the first right. Man, it's just stunning around here. What a nice area, like, what a nice city. I love these types of areas in European cities. Like the old town. I don't know if we'll go back through the old town, since I did it last night. And because it was dark, the GoPro's really not good in low light conditions. It's not great. I did take some clips, but I ended up getting rid of them. We might head through it tomorrow. We might head through it today, on the way back. We don't know. We'll see. I would like to see it in the daytime. Again, it was really beautiful in the daytime, in the sun. Like right now, it would be stunning. But I forgot what I was saying. Completely forgot. So left here, and then right. I was saying, European, these kind of like the old town. There's I think it's also called the old town in Stockholm. So beautiful, so beautiful. I remember there's a jazz club, like bar there, called Stampen. That was really cool. Good memories there. So it should be down here, and then right, and then I should pass something green on my left, maybe after 2 minutes of walking, and that's how I know I'm on the right track. You see it's quieting down quite a lot, just passing a few people here and there, because the castle is, you know, a big tourist attraction. And then Petrine Tower is I think it is really popular, but I don't think many people walk up like I'm doing. There must be a different way up. You must be able to drive up or get some sort of tram up. But yeah, no, this is really familiar. This is right. It's down here. You walk down here, and I think you like snake to the left, and the stairs are there to greet you. So we'll take this time on the way to kind of talk about things and explain this trip and explain what's gone wrong with it and just everything. So I mentioned I'm going to go see Mick Jenkins and Jid tonight. That's actually what spawned this whole trip. Now I'm holding you from a really weird angle because I want to take a photo. So I'm holding the coffee and you guys in my left hand, and I've got my phone in my right. That's why I'm looking down. So I'm opening my photo app because this is really nice. And I like taking photos. So this trip spawned on that idea of Mick Jenkins in Prague with my best friend Niall, who was the last person to come out and see me in Japan. He was also in England for the summer, but he lives in Dubai, so he went back there. And I've not seen him for a long while. Too long. And we saw tickets for Mick Jenkins to go live. And we saw he was doing a European tour. And Niall suggested, he's like, why don't we go out and, you know, meet somewhere out in Europe and see him? Somewhere like, you know, Germany or da-da-da-da. And so I looked through locations. I was like, Prague could be cool. Like, yeah, and it's really cheap to Prague. It's like £30 flight to Prague, and accommodation is really cheap. So I was like, yeah, let's just do Prague. And I like Prague. I've been before, and he's never been. And then from there, we're like, all right, why don't we just, you know, since we're already in Europe, why don't we add something else on? And knowing me, I was like, why don't we do something like nature related? So I looked at like nearby hikes and stuff, like the rural areas that'd be good for that, and I found the Saxony Switzerland National Park, which I'm going to on Monday. Probably be a separate video, but part of the same trip. Or this could be one super long video. We don't know. Probably be multiple parts. I think. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Prague. Monday morning train to the Saxony Switzerland National Park in Germany. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday there. Thursday morning train to Berlin for one night. Then on Friday morning flight to Copenhagen. So then we got Friday, Saturday, Sunday and half of Monday in Copenhagen, which I've never been to. So the Saxony Switzerland National Park and Copenhagen are the two places I've not been to. Berlin and Prague I've been to. So that's the trip. And you might be asking, where's Niall? Unfortunately, he lives in Dubai. Depending on when you watch this, you might kind of have guessed what's happened here. He's safe, don't worry. But because of the Middle East conflict with Iran and the US, the Gulf states, so like Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, have all got wrapped up in it, have been targeted. So Dubai airport had been struck by drones a few times, and just, yeah, flights were cancelled, and ultimately his flight ended up getting cancelled. And by the time that happened, it was too late to refund everything. I could have got some money back for some of the Airbnbs, but I would have lost all the money on flights. And so I decided I'll just do it solo. Better that than just cancel it completely. It sucks. It was not meant to be a solo trip, this is meant to be a duo trip. Otherwise I would have planned it differently, but hey, these things happen. There'll be trips with Niall in the future for sure, for absolute sure. I've already got one planned for the summer, and yeah, we'll make the most of what we've got going on here. I'm enjoying myself. Yesterday I was a bit down because I arrived and I was like, man, I'm just here alone. When I was expecting to have company, but I've solo travelled a lot in the past, so I'm no stranger to it, and I feel like I'm getting into the groove today, back into the groove of things, and you know, I'm excited for Saxony Switzerland National Park, and I'm excited for Copenhagen, even though it's probably gonna be really cold in Copenhagen. Now I think we continue on to the left here and not right into this park. I'm not 100% sure, but it's getting steep. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this thing's always not that great at picking up depth. Like Fuji, there was a bit on Fuji, I remember, that was so incredibly steep, but in the footage it didn't show up that bad. Here, this is quite steep. This is quite steep, and it's about to get a whole lot steeper. I think it's around this corner where I got quite a shock my first time here, and I was like, oh no. So yeah, let's see if I'm right. Thank God I took the coat off because I'm already quite hot, and you might notice I'm not out of breath, but definitely strained a little bit. Not the easiest. Here we go, I was right. The steps begin. Almost there. You see the tower there. Hi. Hui. Still steepness to get over, but I think once they're up this, that's pretty much it. Not that bad, to be honest. I'm hot. I'm really hot, but it is what it is. I'm sure there'll be worse in Germany. But I'll be more prepared for that. I should have brought just like a plain t-shirt. There's Petra Tower. Hey. I remember this, there's like a little stop off here. And I got some lemonade here last time. Yeah. Petra Tower. There's a big old park up here. Might walk around it. But I don't want to exhaust myself too much before the big night out, because once I get back, it's not like I'm done for the day. It's I get back and then get ready, step back out, and then got the whole night out. Got a concert, which is gonna be quite physically exerting. But yeah, here's Petra Tower. We might go up. Not far up yet. Not far up. But it was 250 to take the stairs and 400 for the elevator. So I'll save my £5 and take the stairs, even though I've just been complaining about the stairs. But hey, if it saves me money, I'll do it. Nothing like a bit of manual labour. But yeah, it was like what, 250 check, which is don't know how much that is, £8, something like that. Less than 10. I think it's like 28 to 30 per pound. So yeah, less than 10 for sure, around £8. Let's say £8.50. Let's make it clean. But yeah, let's do these stairs and make it to the top. Okay, so this is the first floor, and yeah, you know what? Definitely worth it. Don't know if it's showing up as nice as it is in person, but 100% clear enough. That's that huge building I was talking about, looks like a bloody rocket. Oh yeah, wow. Beautiful view. Yeah, Prague. What a good start for day one. Technically day two, but day one didn't really count. I was exhausted as well. I did not feel too great, I had a bit of a headache, so there was no point in recording it, and didn't get out too much. Just admin and travel. You would have seen the clips of like the plane and me coming into the city centre as well at the start of the video. But yeah, let's head up and you see it above me right now. Let's head up to there. Alright, made it to the top. No open air here. It's kind of enclosed, but there's windows that you can look out. Oh yeah. All right, let's head down. What a nice view. And I really enjoy this part. I remember liking this, like on the way down. You get the views all over again, but this time open air. Yeah, nice. I'm not expecting the weather to be this good today. So you get a much better photo like here. Peeking my hand out, literally just doing this, reaching out with you guys. Man, look at the way this looks. You know, as much as I rave on about Japan and compare everything to Japan, you don't get stuff like this. You just don't. It's different. Every country has got something unique, something that only you can find there, or each region in the world. Europe, Asia, completely different things. Obviously in Europe we emulate Japanese stuff, and we've got Japanese gardens and whatnot, and in Japan I went to places where they emulated European houses, and in the Ghibli Park there was a whole big thing of a house from, I think it was a house from Kiki's Delivery Service, which is obviously European, and like it was fully inbuilt. I don't think I was allowed to take any videos, but people were like, it was like all the cupboards and all the drawers and stuff in it, and honestly it looked great. It looked lived in. It really did look lived in. It looked like I'd walked into an English home in the countryside, maybe. It had personality to it, and to me it was like nothing special. It was just pretty normal. But all the Japanese tourists there were like looking at everything. There were sort of people picking up a kettle and looking at the kettle like, oh, look at this kettle, and I was just like, just a kettle. To me that's just a kettle, but you know, that's just, it's perspective. Everyone's got different experiences, and what's normal to you is not normal to everyone else. Yeah, you just don't get this type of look in Japan. Brick, you know, this is all just brick and stone. Japan is a lot more wood, and there's obviously brick and stone, but you know, a lot more. It's very different. It's very different. Don't explain it. In the way the streets laid out, very, very different. Europe's got its own thing going on, and these are the things I like picking up on, and things I'm able to pick up on because of my experiences in Japan and in other places. I'm able to see, like, you know, if I was a Japanese person, how would this look? Look insane. And that's something I like to do, and it's something I'm gonna try and practice throughout this trip, is looking at things as if you'd never seen it before. You know, take away your like stereotype of it, take away like your judgment of it, and look at it for the first time and really admire it. Most things you look at it, you're like, wow, that's crazy. Like, imagine you'd never seen a cow before. Imagine you've never seen a cow and you stumble across one and you're seeing it for the first time. Imagine how surreal that would feel. How majestic the cow would be. You're like, what is this creature? This big, you know, this big creature was spotted creature. It's peaceful. It's just eating grass and produces milk. What the, like, it's a miracle. And you apply it to everything. You apply it to almost everything. I find that fun. I'm gonna try and do that throughout this trip and report back to you on any observations I make. But hey, looks like we're getting towards the bottom of the stairs, and we'll begin our walk towards the Charles Bridge, I believe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the way. This is probably the most famous spot in Prague, I'd assume. Charles Bridge. Last time I crossed coming this way. This time I crossed the other way. As you'll see, it's busy. Obviously, it's a Saturday. Way busier in the summer. Saturday, summertime, this thing is packed out. Hey. I got a photo somewhere up along here. Let's see if we can find the exact spot. You'll see the bridge goes on for quite some time. See that kind of black building over there? I think that's the other gate. A bunch of you know, got like artists doing that kind of cartoony drawing on the sides. Really beautiful. That last little montage I did there, really nice. I was just listening to some music. That's why I still got these in. Doing my homework on Jid and Mick Jenkins. Just getting in the mood for it tonight. Wow. Wow. Look at that. That is a sight. I'm gonna pull up that photo that I got last time. And we'll see if we can find the exact spot that I took it in. Long pause on that view there because that's what I was doing, just taking a photo. I feel like I could spend a lot longer than 2-3 days here. Just going chilling at cafes, reading books, and it just makes me feel nice. I do like Prague. It gives me kind of architecturally and feeling like these. I don't know how to explain it. Like the last montage going down those streets and these kind of cobbled roads. It just makes me it makes me feel like summer is here. You know, it's not. And it reminds me of like Italy. I get this kind of sunny vibe, European vibe, and it's nice. It's nice. I do enjoy it. Okay, so this is getting more reminiscent. I don't think it was this side. I think I took it over here. Obviously, the background's going to look different because of the season, and the trees were greener, I believe. But I'm going to pull up that photo, see if we can find it. Where is that photo? Who knows where that photo is? Somewhere. It's got to be here somewhere. It's got to be here somewhere. Stop here. Let's find the photo. And I'm going to make you guys wait. Fix your attention spans. You guys are waiting for this. Sorry. Don't know where it is. I'll get to it. I will find it. Trust me, I'll find it. Oh, somewhere around here? Yeah, here we go. Let's see if you guys can see that. I can't see if you guys can see it. There. Let's analyse it. So I've got trees on the left of it. And a bridge. Maybe is it the other side? I was wrong. It's that side. It's here. It's that side. And I reckon I took that just next to that. I reckon it's over here. There's a tree directly on my left. It could be somewhere around here. You can see, no, it's further down this way. Okay, because yes, that's the tree on the right. So you guys can see that. There's a green tree here on the right. That's the tree on the left. This photo will have been taken. Yeah, look. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a white brick here and a white brick on the left. In the middle there, that's where I stood. That's exactly where I stood in that photo. Like that. That's that photo. Damn. We found the exact spot that I stood in. It wasn't too hard, but I was very wrong. I thought it was way down there. That's because, that's because when I crossed, right? When I crossed the bridge this way, it would have been down to the right. And crossing this way, it's down to the right. Tricked myself. Let's get a photo. Let's get a photo of the exact spot. Haha. See? You imagine me here 3 years ago in the summer? Right here. Time flies, man. Time flies. I still think about that interrailing trip. was a good trip. It was my first ever travelling experience. And it was a great experience. Plenty of things went wrong. Plenty of stories to tell about that trip. That train's just stopping in the middle of nowhere in like the Netherlands, and having to get out in the middle of a farm, and waking up in a different country. Like the train's gone the complete wrong way than we thought it was going, and the stress of getting off that train, and they were trying to like not let us get off, and we had to like run out. The amount of times trains were delayed, and obviously you booked all these trains in advance, and now you're on the race trying to get to this certain station by a different route. They'd always give you these paper timed route maps and stuff that they do for you at the train station. Oh man, it was great. Stockholm, look at that. Beautiful. That's the island I was talking about over there. There it is. I remember standing on the peak of it then, going around that. So there's plenty of bridges, but this is the most famous one. Nice. I feel like we've done today, done a fair bit of good stuff, and it's still early on in the day. What time is it? It's not even 1 PM yet. Not even 1 PM. So on track. Plan now is probably I'm just gonna meander through the city, find some food, etc. and yeah, get ready for tonight. Okay, so I just went and got some food right next to the old town. Same place I went to 3 years ago with Will. Little Vietnamese spot. Looks like it's family run. Just like, you know, real homey style, and very good value. Very good value. I got Canada Pilsner. I got this like spicy chicken soup and some like neat noodles with beef and everything. I'll put a little clip in to show you guys, or overlay it on the top if I feel fancy in my editing. And yeah, feeling pretty good, pretty full. Do need to find a toilet though. Do need to find a toilet. Now, it is. The sun has like the sky is probably. You can see that. It's sunny. It's like weather forecast lying. Really sunny now. Even sunnier than I left. The sky. Just a few clouds. It's like no longer that hazy. So right now, I'm heading towards a record shop. That car. heading towards a record shop that's nearby in the old town, because we're in the old town now. I think it's called Maximum Underground. I went past it the other day, but do not know where the hell I'm going. I went past it the other day, last night, but it was closed. I think it's just down here, and then straight. Down here and straight. Yeah, look at these little side. And it's just these alleys. Should get busier as we get to the centre of Old Town. Do a little walk around. Show you guys the centre. And then I'll take a stroll on back to the B&B. Got plenty of time. I'm probably going to leave at around 6:30ish. It's now 2:20. So I've got oodles and oodles of time. So take this slow. You know, I don't know what slow means, man. I walk fast, even though I'm saying, well, can't even speak. Even though I'm saying to take it slow, I'm still like walking at like a pretty fast pace. So yeah, might slow it down, right down, walk real slow. Just kind of take it in. Maybe find a spot where I can get some sunshine. That'd be nice. I might even go see the sunset. Look at the timings. I'll get back. I do need to go back because I need to drop my bag off and get changed and stuff, because this won't cut it when it gets later and it gets cold. So I do need to go back at some point, and then I can head back out, maybe go to a park. I think it's like Regrove Sadi. Don't know. I heard that's a good place to go watch the sunset from. I think it's straight. I think it's straight down here. Alright, so yeah, I went record shopping, and like I said, you know, I probably wasn't going to grab anything. I think you guys should have known that was a lie. If you know me, I can't help it. Like, if I go into a record store, I mean, I'm coming out with something. So probably let's avoid going to any more record shops, because yeah, got 2 records, and I checked them on Discogs to see if I was getting a good price and to see if it was worth it. And both these records were 100% worth it, because one of them was so expensive for me to order in, and the other one was about the same price, but you had to pay 30 euros in shipping. But obviously I'm right here, so saved. The way I see it, I was going to get these records anyway, so I saved money. You might be asking what records they are. I will stop by somewhere and show you guys. We're coming right into the centre of the old town, so not the best place to stop, but I will show you guys right here, because I've got no hands free. So here's the bag. This is to prop it here. Oh, they're in upside down. It's annoying. This first one, Peace Beyond Passion. This is a sick record, and I've wanted it for a while, so I'm very glad I have it now. And the other one is, because I can't be bothered to get it out, is Lauryn Hill MTV Unplugged. She only did one album, right? Miseducation Lauryn Hill, but there's a live album that she did that's really good, really good. While in there, I was chatting about, I asked them, oh, do you guys have any D'Angelo? And they were like, nah, you know, unfortunately not, he's my favourite artist. I was like, what? Your favourite artist? I was like, he's my favourite artist. And then we were just chatting about D'Angelo, and he was like, man, I've been waiting to get some of his records into the shop, because I've only got Black Messiah in my personal collection. And I was like, man, I've got Black Messiah, I've got Brown Sugar, I've got Voodoo, 2 copies of Voodoo. I've got a black copy and a Zootropic copy. And I've got the Brown Sugar remixes, and I've got the Voodoo Variations by Gaz Amaringdo, whatever his name is. So I'm all D'Angelo'd out. I was like, I'm asking about D'Angelo, do you have D'Angelo? I'm only looking for one record, really. I'm only missing one, which is the Live at the Jazz Cafe. And they actually said, like, yeah, about 3 months ago that they had it in. And I was like, God damn it! Why didn't I come 3 months ago? But here we go. There's cranes here. I saw those cranes last night. Should have warned you guys, but it still looks beautiful. Here's the big attraction, is the astronomical clock, which should be in the center of the screen right now. I'm trying to click the GoPro with my nose because I can't see. But you know what? The clock's actually going to go off in like 3 minutes. So at this point, we might as well just wait and see it. Let's go secure a better spot. It's actually not that packed, which is kind of cool. So I can go and maneuver about to get the best spot possible. Like right here. This has got to be the most European thing I've ever seen. That's it. The chicken went crazy at the end. Give it a clap. Let me know what you guys thought about that. I'm not saying anything. It's kind of cool, but it's not like, it's not that cool, you know what I'm saying? It's not that cool. It's not that many people cool. But the clock itself is really cool. The clock itself and like how it like the stuff to do with all like the, you know, the positions of the sun and everything like that. And I don't really know it, but that stuff seems really cool to me. That's something I would want to learn about. But the show itself, I'll let you guys decide about how you feel about that. Might even edit out the video. So yeah, here's the big square. I was walking around here last night. Something's got, yep. Something is going on over there. Something political. I will stay away from it for now. Stay away from it. Look at over there. It's just beautiful around here. So I think I might go to Regrove Sadi and yeah, see what it's saying over there, see what the view of the city is like over there, get some sunshine, maybe watch the sun start to set, and then head off to Mick Jenkins. Head off to Mick Jenkins. So it's currently, let's check the time. It's 3 PM. So I've got about 3 hours until I want to be thinking about leaving. So let's say I'm back in the next half an hour, chill out for like an hour, go up to Regrove Sadi, have like an hour there. I think the timings work out quite well. I am pretty full food-wise, so it was good that I ate. And yeah, let's start walking on back home.
Okay, here we go. So day 3 in Prague, well, day 2, full day. It's morning time. I'm in the B&B. I'm gonna make some breakfast, but I talked to you guys about yesterday. So I'll play any clips of that park I went to. I forgot the name. I'll put the name up. In editing, you can put the name up. So I'll play those clips now. So yeah, I had a great time. Great time at that park. It was really nice. Sun was out. Drank a few beers. Listened to some music. And then headed off to Prague and Mick Jenkins, which was supposed to start at 8 PM. I got there about 6:50 because I was like, I want to be early and I want to get to the front, right? Because I'm a big fan of Mick Jenkins. Not a big fan of Jid. Not saying I don't like Jid. I do, it's just I haven't really dove deep into his music like I have. Mick Jenkins, I've been a fan of him for years, like long time. I like a lot of Mick Jenkins' catalogue. I got there, an hour and 10 minutes early. The queue was packed out. And when I got there, I went to at the back of the queue. I was like, is this for Jid and Mick Jenkins? And they were like, yeah. I was like, holy shit. I was like, what? And I was chatting to them and I was like, oh, I'm mainly here for Mick Jenkins. They're like, who's that? I was like, what? They're like, oh, is he the pre-act? Yeah, we don't know him. And I spoke to loads of people and no one knew Mick Jenkins. I was like, oh shit. It's just me. I'm just the only Mick Jenkins fan here. So I'm the only Mick Jenkins fan. And while in the queue, getting right up, literally super close to the door now, about to go in, about an hour later, it's coming up to, it's coming up to like 7:30. Coming up to 7:30, and this bus pulls up next to me, and out of the bus comes this guy, right? And I'm looking, and I see the back of him, and I'm like, that's Mick Jenkins. And I look, he walks by again, I see his face, I'm like, that's Mick Jenkins. I say to the guys next to me, I'm like, that guy right there, that's Mick Jenkins, guys. And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, that's him there. And I was like, what's he just doing out in the open? And I was like, well, no one knows him. No one recognised him. So he was literally just right next to everyone and no one knew it was him, or even who he was. And so I'm like, oh yeah, hold on guys, like, can you hold my spot in the queue? And I go to walk up to him. Obviously I'm not thinking, I'm just so excited to see Mick Jenkins, because I love his work. And I was gonna walk up and I just wanted to say like, hey man, like, you know, really appreciate your music and I think you're a really good really genuine artist, and I love how you just consistently putting out music and doing your own thing and collaborating on loads of great projects. That's all I wanted to say to him. Maybe get a picture while I was there. And I walk up and I go, you're Mick? And he's like at the bus door, he's doing something at the side of the bus, maybe I think he's getting his luggage out. He turns around like this and he goes, are you serious? He's like, can't you see I'm busy? And I was like, yo. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. And I just left. And I went in, and I was just like, damn. That's not how I wanted that to go. But, you know, I get it. He probably was stressed. He was quite late to be setting up. And so, yeah, probably a lot of pressure on him. Obviously, he doesn't know me, doesn't know how much I like his music. He doesn't know I flew out here literally to see him. That's the whole reason I'm here, is to see Mick Jenkins. So yeah, it was a bit disappointing, but at the same time, I mean, I let him off. I'm sure he's a good guy, I'm sure he's a great guy, but yeah, it was a bit saddening, a bit disheartening. Anyway, went into the gig and the gig was really good. Basically no one knew any of Mick Jenkins' songs, it was just me rapping along with him. And then when Jid came out, they went crazy. You know, when I say they went crazy, man, I'll put some videos up. They were jumping up like it was impossible to stay in the same place. Like you were just getting, it was like being in a pinball machine, just getting bounced around. It's been a long time since I've been to a gig that was that rowdy. So kind of reminded me of like Reading. So I'll play some clips of Jid and Mick Jenkins now while I wash up and clean my fork. So yeah, that was Mick Jenkins and Jid, and then after that, I was pretty exhausted. I wasn't drunk. I didn't have any drinks when I was there. It was quite a long gig. But I had to put 3 beers beforehand. And I headed back, got some food. The first place I passed by was Popeyes. It was quite late at night as well. So I was just like, there wasn't many places open. So I just went to Popeyes and got some spicy hot honey chicken sandwich. Then came back here and went to bed. And then had a nice little lay-in. Because today I don't want to go too hard. Yesterday was a lot, to be honest. I was out pretty much all day, as you guys can see, walking around. And then from tomorrow, I'm hiking and everything. So today's gonna be a bit more of a rest day. I think about going to some cafes and stuff, maybe a museum or something. But yeah, today's gonna be a bit more chilled out. So I'll meet you guys when a plan has been settled on, and we're out and about, so catch you guys there.
Little break in the montage, but yeah, this is a really reminiscent spot for me. I remember vividly walking across this bridge as the trains went by and walking all along kind of this area. What I did was I basically did a whole loop. I did a massive loop of this big river that goes through the middle. I was walking for hours, I remember it. Just did the whole thing. Which I won't be doing today because I remember that side wasn't too interesting, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I remember this side being pretty cool. We were walking all the way down here and then coming up to this spot here. sign that says Jazz Club Producer on it. I actually went there. Sunday the 15th, Billie Holiday tribute, 7 PM. Yeah, I went there with Will to see a Louis Armstrong tribute, which was really good. It's sick in there. I'm actually headed in to go to this, have a look at this cafe, because I've heard good things about it. Right, so that was Cafe Louvre. It was really good, pretty inexpensive. And that last clip, there was a cup, an empty cup, and the cheesecake on the right. In that empty cup was a hot chocolate, but that hot chocolate got decimated and destroyed before I even got a chance to take a video of it, bro. I don't know what happened. A goblin must have come by and just destroyed it. But now, just walking around, I'm back in like the old town. I walked around the canal for a little while. Canal, like river. And yeah, I'm just kind of padding for time, to be honest, because I need to get an early night tonight as I'm heading to Germany in the morning. I'm waking up at like 5 AM. And I got some big days out ahead of me. Lots of hiking and walking around. Pretty full from that meal that I had at the cafe, but probably gonna get one last meal maybe around like 7 PM. It's like 6 PM now, and then call it a night. So I think that's gonna wrap up this video in Prague. It's been a good couple days here, revisiting stuff that I went to a few years ago, and it was good that we had some really nice weather yesterday, and it was forecast to rain today, but luckily it didn't, so that's good. I'm happy with that. So yeah, the next video should be coming out soon. If you're watching this when it comes out, that will be in Germany, in the Saxony Switzerland National Park. We'll probably include a night in Berlin in there, day in Berlin, or maybe I'll just do Berlin completely separately. I do not know right now. You guys will find out. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope the video's not too long. Editing me. Please don't bore the viewers. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching.